And in this video, we're going to talk about improving adherence to health advice in children. Now, this is obviously as part of my A2 OCR psychology studies. I'm covering one of the studies that we need to cover. This is for the health and clinical section. And as I was saying in these videos, I'm not doing health and clinical in class. I'm doing crime and sports, so if possible I might miss something that's pretty crucial in this, but you use that at your own risk. I've compiled several resources and we're just going to talk about it. So obviously there's issue with children not wanting to take medication and the parents not wanting to administer it to them. If we and to explain that, we can apply the health belief model. Maybe it's too costly to the parents in terms of the financial cost or the cost in time, or maybe they think the problem isn't severe enough to warrant adhering to the health advice. But so that's the health belief model. So we know, at least we've got some idea why the parents or the children might not adhere to the health advice. But how are we going to improve that? That's where Watt et al. 2003 comes in, and this is the study that's actually on the specification itself. So no problems there. And what came up with was a way to improve administration of asthma medication to young children by making the inhaler, the actual device itself that they needed to use, fun, and a way to not just make them use it, but also to try and facilitate practices that get the best use out of it. So when we talk about this study, excuse me if I glance over to that side while I look at my notes. But basically, they used something called a funhaler, which was a device with a whistle and a spinner on it. So obviously, a whistle was classed, at least by Watt, as a fun toy for your young children, and it requires that you breathe in, which obviously administers the particular asthma medication and drugs. So let's talk about the actual experiment itself, and this is when I'm going to have to really look at my notes. So the aim was to really see if the funhaler could improve adherence to asthma, taking asthma medication in young children, but also in their parents, to give it to them. So looking at my notes here, it was a quasi experiment and taking the behaviourist perspective. As we know from Bandura and other behavioural studies, behaviourism is really about behaviours learnt from the environment after birth. That's taken directly from Marxian, but it really is about that. It's not sort of psychodynamic Freudian theories that your behaviour is influenced by your unconscious. It says that behaviours learned, and you learn what to do from the environment around you. So obviously you learn to take medication. You don't. That's not something that's in you. So you learn it. So it's definitely a behaviourist perspective. It's also got aspects of Skinnerian reinforcement, where his idea was that the child would want to blow the whistle and play with the spinner. So therefore, when they did it right, them being able to hear a noise from the whistle and see the spinner would be a form of positive reinforcement. So let's talk about the participants. 32 Australian children, 10 males and 22 females. Obviously, there's a gender-centric one that there's more women than men, which it's actually quite a common thing in this particular unit, whereas in the crime unit, as one might stereotypically expect, there's a lot more of a bias towards men, but in this there's a bias towards women. They were aged between 1.5 to 6 years, with a mean age of 3.2 years. So quite a wide right there. So it's generalisability across obviously young age range would be quite high. It's also important to note that the study was conducted in Australia, so it might not apply to all cultures, and that's particularly significant here because some cultures may not even know what a spinner is, or may not enjoy playing with a whistle. So obviously in this particular study, that plays quite a significant role. The parents of the children all gave informed consent, and it was split into 2 weeks. So a repeated measures design with the same children, and it was administered by questionnaire, so social desirability problems, which we'll talk about later, but it was administered by questionnaire, and it was the first week the parents got a questionnaire asking them about how much they administered medication using the standard inhaler, which according to this is called a PMDI. Pressured metered dose inhaler. So all you need to know about that is a standard inhaler. So for the first week they were given a standard inhaler and given a questionnaire, and the next week they were given the same questionnaire, but this time they were given a funhaler to use and their children to use, and so there was a 38% improvement in adherence. So that's pretty significant. Obviously, there's lots of the usual kind of experimental issues there. There's it's a repeated random design, so we've got problems with order effects. People might be getting fed up after the first week, so they might just decide to do what they're told, so to speak. We've got problems with social desirability on the questionnaire, and because it's a self-report, there wasn't any physiological measures of adherence, so they could be lying and bowing to demand characteristics. So that's different to the study where they tested for theophylline. I believe that was in Becker, where they tested the health blood model. There they took a physiological measure. Here there's no physiological measure. It just relies on the participants telling the truth on the questionnaire. So this measures that. But 38% improvement is pretty significant. That's 38% more said that they'd enhanced administered on the previous day than with the standard inhaler. So obviously the conclusion was making health regimes fun and using sort of behaviourist positive and negative reinforcement does help to improve people doing what they're told by the medical profession, obviously. But this has obviously significant generalizability issues when it comes to children. Clearly, the sort of fun inhaler ideas probably wouldn't work on adults. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. What ETL 2003 Improving Adherence Using Behavioural Methods. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned and catch the next video. For those of you guys that don't enjoy the psychology videos, there are more tech videos coming soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. My website address is down below, tom-rogers.com. Check that out if you want more content, all kinds of content over there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.